Hey everybody, it's so great to be able to at least connect to you this way through video. We don't get to see you, but I know you're seeing us, and we've been seeing all of you through our Zoom meetings, through phone calls, and I know that we've connected with as many of you as possible. One thing we want to say up front before we go into any more information is that here we are wanting to assure that if there is ever any need by any of you that you may have from a pastor, whether it's us two or any other pastor. I know we even have some members within our church that are ready to respond whenever something arises. Please, we are open 24/7 to serve you guys as a church. Now, the purpose for this video is not just to give random information. We want to have and prepare some specific ways that we as a church are responding to this COVID-19 situation that we're in. So the first thing I want to say is that this is something that we are doing proactively. We don't want to be a church that reacts to situations, but we want to be proactive as we respond to situations. And we want to invite the entire church to participate in what we will be doing. And there are three specific ways that we are preparing where you as a member of our church, or maybe just as an extension of our church, whether you're a member or not, you can respond or participate during this time as we are proactively preparing a plan to respond or to address the situation with the coronavirus. Firstly, we want to thank you as a church that we are responding in the best way that we know how, through prayer, right? So we believe that our prayers truly have been the cause or the means where God has, through His church, responded to the physical situation that we're dealing with as we face people that we know that are infected with the coronavirus. And we have by name been praying through our Zoom meetings, also individually, for these specific people. And we believe that there's power, that the prayers of the saints accomplish or avail much. And that's exactly what we continue to do as the priority as we respond to the church. So we know that that's the best that we can do, is to pray for the people infected and for the workers at the hospitals that are exposing themselves, especially those that are from our church that are going into work. And so we're definitely so thankful about the way that we've responded in prayer. But here's some practical ways that we want to make sure that everyone is aware that you can participate in. Firstly, the first and main way is that we are participating through our giving. We're inviting and encouraging everyone in our church to continue to give to our church. And we want to be available to respond to the needs that will arise. We anticipate that needs will arise and are arising. And they will probably impact the rest of this year as people have lost their employment, are being cut with their hours, and have family members that are now facing difficult financial burdens. So how can we respond? We can give. Continue to give to Christ Family Church. Now, if you give online, you can choose or click on the tab, the giving tab, and you will see a drop box that will say COVID-19 relief. There you can give some extra funds that will respond to those that will face financial burdens. And so that is an opportunity. The first opportunity is for us not to cower back or lean back, but to lean in with our generosity so that as needs arise, we are as a church ready, proactively ready to supply those needs. I know, Jose, if I'm missing anything, you can go ahead and add.
I was just going to say, man, we have been so encouraged to see the many people log into our Zoom prayer meetings almost every day in our Bible study. And, when we've been going through the book of Acts and we've seen how the Holy Spirit just, man, it just inflamed that church, the early church, to do so much. And so this is a way as well that we can participate. We anticipate, like Jonathan said, people will need to be able to pay bills, to be able to have some financial needs. And so we give about 10% of our giving away to benevolence, to missions, to different ministries. And we anticipate we're going to need more. And so just church, keep giving and go on there. If you have any need for financial aid, please let us know. If you belong to Christ Family Church, you know of someone that we can help, please let us know. Call Jonathan, myself, or any other pastors.
Yeah. So we know how we can participate if you are listening to this video and you say, hey, I'm one of those people. So again, as I will reiterate 100 times, our phones are open, just call. And we are in this together. We want to make sure that the unity of our church is demonstrated in these ways, okay? And so that's the first way. Simple, we're able to give, or we're able to ask for support financially. The second way is that we will begin to collect supplies, okay? So we are not collecting food or perishable items. What we will do in that regard, as we may hear of situations where people will need food, we will be partnering with local organizations in our city that is already doing that. And so the way that we as pastors anticipate doing that is that we will partner up with what is already taking place in our city and ask them, what do you need from us? So if they do need food, we can take it over there, perishable food. If they do need any other item, we can take it there, and that organization, or maybe multiple organizations, will know that we as a church are with them as they also feed our community and our city. And we'll provide the information as to which organizations we're partnering with. We'll provide that for you so that you can know. But aside from the perishable items, what we will be doing is collecting non-perishable items, such as cleaning and hygiene materials, toothpaste, paper towels, toilet paper, gift certificates, $5, $10, $15, $25 gift certificates, that we will all provide that list for you as a attachment to this video, so that you know that if you pick up some items for yourself and you see toothpaste, pick up an extra bar of toothpaste, and we will set up drop-off times at our office where you can drop off these items, and we will have them ready so that as people do face proactively again, as they do face times of need, we know that a bar of toothpaste or a toilet paper pack or some paper towels may not be a big deal now, but May and June may really help some families that will face those times of need. And we know that we are wanting to collect as much as possible, because if we don't give all that material here in Miami, we as always have been a missional church that supports other countries. And we know that if we in the United States are facing issues and needs during these times, we know that other countries are probably facing them that much worse. And so we will ship material over to other countries, or some missional partnerships that we have. And so that's the second way. Again, instructions will be given. First way is the way that we give financially. Second is how we donate supplies, and we partner up with organizations locally. And for the third way, I'm going to just hand it over to Jose. He'll explain what's the third way that we can participate as a church in this time.
Yeah, one of the things that we have been looking at is the reality that the church is unstoppable, and we have a mission. And that mission is to take the love of Christ through the message of the gospel to our community, right, and the people around us. And it's been a beautiful thing that we have seen testimonies. We have given supplies to families that have already asked. And some of you guys volunteered in that and gave supplies, and we've been able to share the gospel with those families, and we've even seen testimonies of people that are coming to faith. And so we thought about, how can you guys volunteer in the mission, right? And so here are some ways that, like Jonathan said, we're funds, supplies, and then the last thing is volunteers. We're going to need volunteers to make phone calls. We have a full database of people who have visited our church, of people who have contacted us one way or another. And if you want to be a volunteer, if you're home, perhaps maybe you're not working, or you're working from home, your hours have been cut, and you have an extra hour or two to give to us, a week or a day, whatever it may be, let us know, because we were going to hand out to you a way in which names for you to call, for you to care for people, and want to connect to people. We're also going to need volunteers for practical needs that people may arise, people that are quarantined in their homes, and maybe there's some practical things that we can do for them to serve them. And so we're going to need volunteers for that as well. And lastly, we're going to need volunteers for door hangers. We are creating door hangers that will be here hopefully by the end of the week, so that next week we can start going around our community and putting door hangers on people's doors. Those door hangers are going to be a way of encouraging folks in this situation that are being affected by the situation. And in the door hanger, there's going to be different ways in which we as a church can love them, can pray for them, can serve them, and in a way that they can contact us if they need anything. And so that's part of our mission, church. You know, we want to give to the mission. We want to collect supplies for the mission, and we want volunteers to be able to go out and do the work of ministry in this time.
Yeah. So with that, we'll let you go. We hope that this video is helpful so that you know how to engage to our church during this time. Want to make sure that, again, if you have any questions, just contact one of us and we'll be able to answer it. Again, along with this video, you have the instructions for you through email. And again, we are here to serve you however the need is that you may face. So God bless you all.